Hey, it's Clay, and this will be a video chart on ticker symbol CEI. We will take a look at the 30-minute time frame. Real quick, what do I mean by 30-minute in case maybe you're new to charts? Instead of each one of these candlesticks here representing 1 day's worth of price action, which is what you would normally see, each one represents 30 minutes. So while this here may look like several days worth of time, it's actually today's price action broken down into 30-minute time slices. I like to this time frame, and it's a good job of telling the quote-unquote story of the price and just makes mapping out where levels of support and resistance a bit easier to see. Before I go any further, I do have to note that from a presentation standpoint, this is actually a pretty tricky chart to talk about because there's a lot of perspective that goes into it. What do I mean by that? Well, if you're a day trader and you bought right there, or maybe you bought right there and you wanted to sell within 25 minutes after buying, then yeah, for you the chart's looking pretty rough. Now, if you care about the big picture of things, I get it. From the highs, there was a pullback, but big picture, the bulls do still have an opportunity to build an overall higher base, and when you have higher bases being built over longer periods of time, that's how long-term uptrends are constructed. So I'm going to be talking about things from a big picture point of view. So if I sound crazy calling something bullish, my guess would be you probably had more of a day trader type flipper, whatever you want to call yourself, perspective going into the trade itself. And the reason for this, and this will sound hopefully sounds familiar to those of you that watched yesterday's video. But let's just say from the big picture, the price actually pulls down here to this green line that I talked about yesterday, goes sideways, and then from there begins to work its way back upwards. Emphasis on big picture. From the big picture perspective, what would you have? Well, you'd have a set of lows here. You'd have these lows down here. If you picture these as stair steps, then what do you have? Well, you have these big picture stair steps still very clearly progressing in the upwards direction. And that's the name of the game. That's what you want to see from the grand scheme of it all. You just want to see progress being made forward, and that is what that green line is representing. Again, I 100% realize if you're a day trader and you bought right there, then yeah, you couldn't care less about these stair steps. But that's why I try to offer up a warning that I would be making these comments from more so a big picture point of view. So sure, today the price pulled back, but stop and think about that word, today. As in 1 day. Looking at multiple days, which is what we're doing here, you can see the bulls do still have an opportunity to build a higher base. So let's see if they can get that job done or not. One of the biggest questions that I get is, hey Clay, how do you find the stocks that you trade? So what I've done is put together a free resource guide where I talk about the tools that I use to locate stocks that I find interesting and think may have potential. So if that sounds like something that could add value to you as a trader, then click on the image that is up on the screen right now and I will email you the guide. The guide itself is very short and to the point, and best part, it's completely free. Thanks for watching the video. Let me know if you have any questions.